All right, what's up guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, it's time to check out some spoilers for Riftbound. That's right, we got some Spiritforged spoilers. I know it's been a while since I put out a video on the channel, but hey guys, I'm working on it. Y'all bear with me. So let's do this, guys. Spoiler warning up front here. Of course, that's what we're about to get into. But we're going to hop straight into this. I will have everything timestamped in the general description, and I'll have all relevant links and stuff like that in the comment section below. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please do not hesitate to put those down in the comment section below, or hop on the VV Theory Discord. Link will be in the channel description. And guys, the Discord, we do have a Riftbound section on there. Yes, it is primarily for One Piece, but we have a Riftbound channel on the Discord. Okay, so let's do this, guys. We're going to be going through all of these new cards that have been spoiled for Spiritforged. Let me refresh the page one more time, just in case there's been any new spoilers that have come out, you know, at the time of me getting ready to do this video. Okay, looks like we're good to go here. So first up, we have Draven. This says... so this is a 4-cost, 4-might champion unit, Draven Noxus, Draven Vanquisher. When I win a combat, play a gold gear token exhausted. What's that, guys? A gold gear token. Very curious to know what that is. When I attack or defend, you may pay one power cost, one red power cost here. And if you do, give me +2 might for this turn. So whenever this Draven attacks or defends, you can basically recycle a red rune and go to 6 might for the turn. Not too bad. I'm very curious to know about these gold gear tokens. What exactly are those? Is it something that's in the game currently that I can't think of off the top of my head? Or is it something else? We'll have to see. Okay. Moving on from there, just to kind of summarize with this card, I think it looks very, very solid. 4 cost, 4 might, and you can basically go, you can return 1 red rune to go 6 might on a 4 cost character. Very, very solid, and depending on how good these gold gear tokens are, could be really incredible. Okay, then we have, so this looks like the standard art. If I had to guess, this should be the standard, and this should be the alt art. Yeah, notice down at the bottom here, guys, it says 20A out of 221, and this one is just standard 20 out of 221. Okay, next up we have Longsword. Okay, this is a 2-cost, 1 power cost, 1 red rune for the recycle cost there. It is a equipment, okay, gear equipment with a quick draw keyword. Okay, we've got some new keywords here, guys. And this equip cost here, this is something brand new for the game, okay, for the game of Riftbound. So quick draw says this has reaction, and when you play it, attach it to a unit you control. All right, so that's very interesting. There's an equipment cost as well. So I would imagine if you're going to pay 2 for this card and then return or recycle 1 Fury Rune for the normal cost of the card, it has quick draw. So it says this has reaction. When you play it, attach it to a unit you control. So I believe you'll be able to play this out for the, paying 2 and then recycling a red Fury Rune, and you'll be able to attach it right away, getting around the equipment cost. I would imagine, right? Because otherwise, it would be pay 2 and recycle 2 Fury Runes. I would like to know a lot more about these equipment. Do these stay on the board, or do these go back to base when a character gets removed, or what? I really need to know more about this mechanic, but it seems very strong. This is something I'm glad they're introducing this to the game. This whole entire equipment mechanic. Hopefully they can balance it properly and everything. But this is something that I really like in the game because it's more in line with the actual League of Legends game, right? That it all kind of comes from that whole, from that whole side of it. Because in that game, in the game of League of Legends, yes, you're battling over your battlefields, over your zones, but at the same time, you're starting to upgrade your champion with these items, with these equipment. So this is really cool. Okay, and notice at the bottom right here, it looks like there's a quote. Efforts to create the longer sword quickly ran into diminishing returns. And then we have +2 might. Okay, so again, Basically, it looks like you're going to be able to pay 2 at reaction timing, at reaction speed, and recycle a power rune to slam this onto one of your units for +2 might. Very solid. Again, I'm very excited to see more of these equipments. Okay, next up we have one. Next up we have Doran's Shield. These cards are named after items in the game, for those who are not aware, from the actual League of Legends MOBA. So this is a 1-cost unit, or excuse me, a 1-cost gear equipment here with no recycle cost, but you do have to recycle 1 green Calm rune in order to equip this equipment. And then, okay, now notice this, guys. Hang on. So there's something to take into consideration here. Notice there's just a quote right here at the bottom right part, or at the bottom part of the card. Well, on this card, on Doran's Shield, it says tank. Okay, very interesting. I'm surprised they did not choose to put tank on the actual right here next to equip. Not sure what's going on there. Who knows if they adjust that in the future. But on one card, we have a quote, and on the next card here, we have an actual keyword. Interesting. Either way, you're paying one for a Doran's Shield equipment that will buff a unit by 1, and it has tank. One thing I would really like to know with this equipment cost down here is whenever this is attached to one of your units and your unit gets removed from the field, it gets KO'd, or I think it's called killed in this game, if a unit gets taken out while a item is equipped to them, or excuse me, an equipment is equipped to them, does that go away as well, or does it go back to your base? Very curious to see how they're going to choose to do this. Either way, paying 1 for a permanent +1 buff to your unit, and this is not a buff, excuse me, that is a whole nother mechanic in the game called buff, right? So you can have a buff on the unit, you can have a Doran's Shield on the unit, and now this also gives a tank mechanic as well. I must be assigned combat damage first. Very cool card here, very cool. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we have a lot of gear equipment here, guys. Check this out. So we have Guardian Angel, Styrax Gauge, and what is this? Svelsfonger? I don't know how to say that. Let's go through these real quick. So we have GA is what people usually call it in game, right? We have Guardian Angel. This is a 2-cost equipment gear with equip 1. It costs you have to recycle 1 Calm rune in order to equip this, and it says if I would die, kill Guardian Angel instead, heal me, exhaust me, and recall me. Wow, okay. So guys, this is very similar to a Zanya's Hourglass, right? This is very similar to Zanya's Hourglass. And this is a 2-cost equipment gear that has an equip cost of 1. I wonder if that's going to be standard across the board, because so far we have seen a long sword where it costs 1 red room to equip normally. That's why I'm very curious about what happens to the equipment whenever the unit it's attached to, goes away, because it has an equipment cost on here, and this one has a quick draw cost. But I wonder, since it is a gear, maybe you're going to play it down to the board first, play it down to your base usually, and then equip it afterwards. Who knows? Maybe that's what they're going for. We'll have to see what happens there. And same thing with the Doran's Shield. This has an equipment cost of 1 green rune, a power cost of recycling 1 green rune. Okay, but Guardian Angel, this is a green card as well, I should specify, because so far we have seen a red longsword. We saw 2 green equipments here. Actually, it looks like we're going to have 4 green equipments down here, guys, altogether. But this green Guardian's Angel, this is like a miniature version of Zanya's Hourglass, but it also has +1 might on it. That seems like a strict upgrade to me, guys. You would pay 2 to play this out, and then recycle a rune to attach it to a unit, and now you're attacking for +1 might, and if this unit were to die, instead you just get rid of Guardian Angel, heal the unit, bring it back, exhausted. Really, really powerful card here, guys. This equipment seems very strong. Okay, next up we have Styrax Gauge. This is a 3-cost 2 recycle. You have to recycle 2 Calm runes for this one, guys. So what would they call that? A 3-cost 2 power. or a 3, I don't know how, I still don't know how to say that properly, guys, so I'm just going to say it like this. It costs 3 to play out, and you have to recycle 2 Calm Runes. It is a equipment gear, Sterix Gauge, plus 3 might, and we have another quote on this one, Clause for Concern, and this is another quick draw card, or quick draw equipment, where this has reaction speed. When you play it, attach it to a unit you control. So you can play this out at reaction speed and attach it right to a unit. And again, I think that goes around the equipment cost, where you're basically paying it out at reaction speed for the 3 and recycle 2 straight to a character equipped. So that's really cool if that's the case. If you still have to pay the equip cost with the quick draw, that would make it a little bit harder to deal with, because in this case it'd be pay 3 and recycle 3. That would be brutal. But if it is just pay 3 and recycle 2 at quick draw reaction speed to get plus 3 might to a unit, that seems very strong. Really good stuff here. But other than that, I think so far I like the Guardian Angel the best. And I also liked Doran's Shield giving tank to a unit. That seems like it could be very strong as well. But the Sterix Gauge, really nice having this quick draw ability to be able to sneak in some combat tricks in the middle of a fight. Really good stuff here. Okay, next up we have Svellsonger. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but a very interesting name there. Let's see what it does. We have a 3 cost and recycle 1 Calm Rune, equipment gear. Okay, so this one does cost 2. I think this is the first one we've seen that costs more than just 1. I'm just going to check real quick. Yeah, so it costs 1 for Guardian Angel, 1 for Sterix Gauge, 1 for Doran's Shield, and 1 for Longsword. Svellsonger takes 2. So you have to pay 1 and then recycle 1 green. Okay. And then as this is attached to a unit, copy that unit's text to this equipment's effect text for as long as this is attached to it. Okay, so is this some type of effect here that allows you to basically double up on one of your character's effects or one of your unit's effects? As this is attached to a unit, copy that unit's text to this equipment effect text for as long as this is attached to it. Wow, that seems really interesting, guys. So I wonder if it works the way I think. Like, what if you were to attach a card like this to Ari, the one that has if you hold, get +1, right? You get or excuse me, not +1. You get a victory point when you hold. The 5 cost 4 might Ari. So if you were to attach this to that card, would you then have basically when I hold, gain 2? Seems really good. That seems really strong to me personally. Maybe I'm misunderstanding this, the translation. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is definitely a card with my name on it for sure. Okay, I'm just kidding. That's not how you spell my name. No, but seriously, like, I love the way that this card interacts with, this is going to allow you to make up some really interesting, deck builds, because if it is working the way I think, where you can double up on one of your effects for the turn, you could do some pretty cool stuff with this, I think. That's interesting. Okay, and then there's a quote down here on the bottom green bar. It does not give any might, by the way. So you're paying 3 and recycling a rune, and you don't get any might for that, especially, for the equip cost too. You're going to recycle another rune. So that does seem kind of brutal. That's a pretty steep cost, because you're going to pay 3 and recycle a rune, and then to equip, you're going to pay 1 and recycle another rune. So it's basically a 4 cost investment while recycling 2 green Calm Runes. So that is kind of rough. That's pretty brutal, but that effect can be potentially probably a game-breaking style of effect. Seems really good. Okay, but then there's a quote down here, only the greatest Freljord heroes have weapons made of true ice. Okay, Nunu said that, so it's important. Okay, just kidding. All right, so let's keep going. All right, next up we have Lucian. Lucian. This is a champion unit. Lucian, Demacia, Sentinel, 3 cost, 3 might, Merciless. This is Lucian Merciless with Weapon Master. Okay, we have another keyword here, guys. Weapon Master. When you play me, you may equip one of your equipment for me for 1 less. Okay, so you don't have to recycle a card, recycle a rune, or you have to recycle 1 less rune, I guess I should say, to equip a equipment to this champion unit here, even if it's already attached. Interesting. So the implications here, guys. It says when you play me, you may equip one of your equipment to me for one less, even if it's already attached to another unit. Interesting. The first time I conquer each turn, ready me. Guys, this card right here seems absolutely disgusting in purple-orange Misfortune. Because think about it. Okay, so let's say you just equip something to this unit, whatever, who cares? Okay, attack into a battlefield. If you win at that battlefield with this unit and he survives, okay, the first time I conquer each turn, ready me. You're going to ready this unit. And then, okay, I'm going to tap my Misfortune leader and give them ganking and just go beat up on another battlefield. Yo, I absolutely love the way that this character is designed. This is awesome. This is a very, very cool unit design here. All right, let's keep going. Weapon Master, guys. Are we going to see more of that? When you play me, equip one of your equipments for one less. That is awesome. Big fan of that. Okay, next up. So this is the standard Lucian art. I keep saying Lucian. Lucian art. This is like the non-alt art, right? Okay, next up. Oh, Trinity Force. They're coming out with all the really good equipment right away. I want to see Infinity Edge now. Okay, for all my League of Legends players out there, are we going to see Infinity Edge? When can we see that? Because that is... what about Rabadons? Is that already in the game? I don't know. If one of these is already in the game, y'all tell me, guys. I can't even remember all the cards at this point. But, okay, we have Trinity Force. This is a 4-cost gear equipment. Trinity Force. Cost 1 to equip. Gives +2 might. And when I hold, score 1 point. Okay, I was just talking about this with Ari, guys. Also, that's another question I have. How much gear and equipment can you have on a single unit? As I twirl my mustache like a villain over here, you know, okay, how many equipment can you have attached to a single unit? That's my question. So for those who are not aware, in the game of League of Legends, you can have up to 6 items on one character, right, on one champion. Not counting any, any wards or anything like that. But yeah, so 4 cost for +2 might. That's not great, but at the same time, there's no recycle cost to play this out. There is a recycle cost of 1 body rune to equip this, but think about it, guys. We just talked about Lucian. So you play this out. If you play this out early and then next turn you play out Lucian, well, now all of a sudden you have a 3-cost 5 might unit and you equip it for free, and then when I hold, score 1 point. Wow. So that is really awesome. I love this, guys. I really do truly love this idea here. It is a bit underpowered as far as the might goes, but that's not what this is going to be for. This is going to be all about setting up turns where you secure a point, and now you start getting double your victory points from your holding. This is a really cool card here. Okay, let's keep going. Next up, we have Overzealous Fan. This is a 2-cost 2 might unit with no recycle cost. You love to see that. It's a Noxus unit, and it has when I defend. Okay, when I defend, you may kill me to move an attacking unit to its base. I do not like that they use the word kill in this game. Maybe I'm just an old head over here. I'm old school. Maybe I'm just a boomer, whatever. But I really don't like the sound of that. Like when you just read that out loud. When I defend, you may kill me to move an attacking unit to its base. I'm not a big fan of the way that's worded. But whatever. I know, I'm being a baby about it. I just don't like it. It wasn't necessary to have that in the game. I feel like the wording like that. Anyway, 2-cost 2 might unit here, and when it does get killed, you can move and attack. When it defends, you can basically sacrifice this unit to move an attacking unit to its base. That is very much a purple effect in this game. Yeah, that's definitely a purple effect in this game. Pushing units back like that, I do really like that. Now, I will say, in this game, when you attack in, you end up resting your unit to move it in there. So this will move the unit back rested, so it won't be able to attack again. That is a very solid interaction there. If I'm understanding it correctly, this seems really good. 2-cost 2 might unit as well. This is a great unit to just actually play out early on turn 1. Send it in, and then you can just get rid of it, and that way you can slow down your opponent. I think this is an excellent card for purple for the 2-cost spot. Okay, next up. Wow. Okay, so I did not expect Trinity Force. I can tell you what, I definitely did not expect the Blade of the Ruined King as a gear equipment in set 2. I would imagine this would have been like a set 3, 4, or 5 type of reveal. But okay, we have a 3-cost yellow gear here, an order gear. 3 cost and recycle 1 order rune for this Blade of the Ruined King equipment. Okay, very cool. In order to equip this, you have to recycle 1 order rune, and you have to kill a friendly unit. Okay, pay the cost, attach this to a unit you control, of course, right? So, okay, so in order to attach this, I have to read Weapon Master now. Hang on, guys. When you play me, you may equip one of your equipment to me for 1 less, even if it's already attached. Okay, so I think you would still have to pay the cost in order to... well, hang on. That's interesting. So in order to attach this to something that has Weapon Master, you can pay 1 less to equip, 1 less, in this case, 1 less order rune. But I think you would still have to kill a friendly unit in order to attach it. But either way, guys, look at this. You're paying 3 for 4 might. That seems really good. And again, if we can get any kind of clarification on whether these gears stay in the game, go back to your base whenever your unit that it's attached to gets removed or gets KO'd or whatever. Does it stay in the base once your unit gets killed that this is attached to? Because if that's the case, this is a very, very strong equipment. Big fan of this. It doesn't do anything. It's nothing super interesting, which is kind of sad because in the game of League of Legends, the actual MOBA, Blade of the Ruined King is a very, very interesting item, at least in my personal opinion, because it has an activation on it. It heals, it gives attack speed, I think it gives some attack damage as well. It gives attack speed for sure. It can heal up and stuff like that, and it even has an activate to do something as well. But either way, very cool. The art looks absolutely incredible on this. I want to mess with these equipment gears. This is right up my alley, guys. This looks like a lot of fun. Okay, guys, we got 6 more cards to go over. We've got some leaders. We got some legends to go over. Sorry, guys, that's the One Piece talk going off in me right now, leaders. But no, we've got Red Purple Draven. Okay, I can see that. So that's one thing I want to do soon, guys. I want to come out with a video explaining or going over some of the legends that are not in the game yet, like actual characters from the League of Legends game. And I want to make predictions on what I think each leader will be, or each legend, excuse me, like color combinations. So here we go. We got Draven Glorious Executioner, and it has, when you win a combat, draw 1. You win if only your units remain after combat. Okay, so the idea is you can win on offense or defense, right? Am I understanding this correctly? You win only if you win if only your units remain after combat. So whether you're attacking and you win and you get the battlefield and your units are there, or if you defend and you're able to beat your opponent's, units that attacked in, then you win that combat, right? So this is interesting. This is potentially a more than once per turn type of effect here. Imagine if you attack into 2 different battlefields, guys. This is not a once per turn effect, and you don't have to rest your legend to do these to cash in on the draw 1 effect. So imagine if you attack into one battlefield and you win, draw a card, and then you attack into the other battlefield and you win and draw a card. So yeah, this seems really strong. We'll have to see. Red and purple is, it's Fury and Chaos, right? So Fury has all of the, assault type of stuff and all the aggressive type of interactions in the game, buffing and things like that. Whereas purple has all of the combat tricks and just, shenanigans going on. So I would imagine this leader might be pretty solid. Or excuse me, this legend. I keep messing up on that. We'll have to see what kind of support comes with Draven. This seems like it could be very good, though. I am a fan of this ability. I think it has a lot of potential. Okay, let's keep going. So next up, we have his signature gear. Very cool. So this is a signature gear. Not a signature spell, but a signature gear. I think the only thing we've ever seen that's not a signature spell, other than this spinning axe we're about to talk about, is Annie has a signature unit, I believe, in Tibbers, right? I think so. I could be off on that. So here we go. We got Spinning Axe. It costs 2, and you have to recycle a Fury or Chaos rune. And then it says Quick Draw. This has reaction. When you play it, attach it to a unit you control. The equip is for any color. You can equip this by recycling any color rune. And then Temporary, if this is unattached, hang on. Temporary. If this is unattached, kill it at the start of its controller's beginning phase before scoring. If it's unattached. That's interesting. Now, that goes in line with the game, by the way. Again, for those who are not aware, you know, whenever Draven is like spinning his axes, these spinning axes here, you know, he has them, and whenever he throws them, they hit a target and bounce up in the air, and you have to kind of position your champion to catch them so that you can keep going with it. So that's a cool idea. If this is unattached, kill it at the start of its controller's beginning phase before scoring. So does that imply that whenever you lose one of your gears, let's say you have a gear attached to a unit and that unit gets killed in combat, does the unit go back to the base? Is that what that's implying? Because Temporary here says if this is unattached, kill it at the start of its controller's beginning phase before scoring. Wow, this is very interesting stuff, guys, I have to say. +3 might for only 2. Yeah, this seems really good. This seems really, really strong. This is a 2 cost and recycle 1 recycle 1 rune, and it has Quick Draw and +3 might. So you're going to pay 2 and recycle a rune to slam this onto a character, and now it's +3. That character's +3 might. Yeah, this seems like an incredibly powerful signature gear here. Again, unless I'm misunderstanding something, y'all help me out in the comment section below. Okay, we got some here. We got some more legends, guys. We have 4 more cards to go over. They're all legends. We have Irelia, Azir, Renata Glask, and Sivir. So we have Irelia, Blade Dancer. This is a green-purple legend with, when you choose a friendly unit, you may exhaust me and pay 1 to ready it. Interesting. What do you mean when you choose a friendly unit? What does that mean? Guys, what does it mean when you choose a friendly unit? Does that mean for like the target of an ability or something like that? The target of an effect? And then when you conquer, you may pay 1 to ready me. Okay, so you could potentially get further value from this legend effect in 1 turn, right? You could potentially get more than 1 use from it. When you choose a friendly unit, you may exhaust me and pay 1 to ready it. Interesting. Is choose the same thing as like summoning something in this game? I wouldn't think so. When you choose a friendly unit. I don't know. I'm going to need some clarification on that one, guys. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that one in the comment section below. But let me say this. If it's easy to choose friendly units in the deck that you're running, where you can exhaust them, where you can exhaust this legend and recycle a rune to ready them, that could be very, very strong. That could make it very, very good. And then whenever you conquer, you can pay 1 to ready this unit, or this legend, and do it again potentially, right? Seems good to me. We'll have to see what happens. I really need to know what when you choose a friendly unit means, though. Okay, next up we have Azir, Emperor of the Sands. This is a green and yellow, a Calm and Order domain legend. The effect is your sand soldiers have Weapon Master. Okay, very cool. This comes directly from the game, of course. He has all these sand soldiers that he can summon. So we'll have to see what those are. Those will probably be some really cool tokens. And they have Weapon Master, so they'll be able to, whenever they're played, you're going to be able to equip, these equipment gear to them by being able to pay 1 less, right? By being able to pay 1 less recycle cost. And then we also have an effect, pay 1 and rest this legend. Play a 2 might Sand Soldier unit token to your base. Use only if you've played an equipment this turn. Interesting. So they're trying to make it where you have to play out equipment in order to use this legend, in order to use their effect. Very interesting. I think there's definitely going to be some potential here. We'll have to see what all different, weapons, what all different equipment is going to come with this set, because especially like we've seen a lot of good ones already for green and yellow. We saw Trinity Force is orange. I probably should have specified that if I did not. But the Blade of the Ruined King, and then all these other ones up here other than Longsword, like Doran's Shield, Guardian Angel, Sterix Gauge, and Spellsonger, these are all green gear equipment. So that could be very interesting. We'll have to see what happens there. This is going to be a token generator, but you cannot generate any tokens unless you have already played an equipment for the turn. So we'll have to see how that goes. We'll have to see how that pans out. But either way, I mean, this is a green-yellow combo, so you're going to be able to run all kinds of other really powerful characters in there, even if you don't want to focus fully on the token generation. You'll be able to play, a bunch of different, not characters, I keep saying characters from One Piece units. So, okay, really good stuff here. We're going to have to see what else comes out, though. Like I said, we'll have to see if there's any, like, really good combos to run with these Sand Soldiers and, good equipment to run with them. Okay, guys, we have two more cards. We have Renata Glask. Now, I have to say, I've played League of Legends for a very long time. This is one of the newer champions in the game, so I have no idea, guys. If I'm being honest, I have no idea what this champion does here, okay, or this legend, in this case, in the game of Riftbound. So we have a Mind and Order Domain legend, Renata Glask, Kim Baroness. That's a cool name, and I love the colors. The white, blacks, and pinks and golds go absolutely incredible. And that background, guys, look at the blue and gold background. Yeah, it looks awesome. Okay, so Kim Baroness, Renata Glask. When you or an ally, when you or an ally hold, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token. Exhausted. Okay, we have another gold gear token reference here. And this one says, while your score is within 3 points of the victory score, your gold add an additional 1. So, guys, it looks like these gold gear tokens are going to be they're probably going to be something you can sacrifice in order to generate resources. Guys, I think that's what that is. We'll have to see. Don't quote me on it. There's no way for me to confirm it. But notice what this says. While your score is within 3 points of the victory score, your gold adds an additional 1 resource. That's really cool, right? In MOBAs, typically what you're doing is you're trying to get the last hit on minions or take out enemy champions in order to get gold to upgrade your gear, right? That's typically what it's used for, at least in League of Legends. So in this case, gold is still being used as a resource, but in a slightly different way. Okay, that is awesome. Now, it says when you or an ally hold. So I don't know if this is meant to be a legend that's meant more for like multiplayer, but it seems like multiplayer will definitely be something you can use this legend in to get a lot of extra value. When you or an ally hold, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token, exhausted. Okay, so the gold gear token is coming in exhausted. So if I had to guess what the gold gear token is, guys, it is probably a gear token with a piece of gold on it that says tap, exhaust me and sacrifice whatever, exhaust and kill the token, and then you'll be able to get 1 energy for the turn or 1 extra resource for the turn. If I had to guess, we'll have to see. Okay, good stuff here. Let's keep going, guys. Let's see what else we got. All right, we got one more card to go over. We have Sivir. Okay, Battle Mistress Sivir. Orange and purple. Those are 2 colors I really like in this game. And I also really love this background. So I will say Miss Fortune is probably my favorite legend in the game currently. And if I were to put a deck together, I have no cards just yet, guys, at the time of recording this. I've been watching games and stuff. But if I had all the cards, I'd be putting together an orange and purple Miss Fortune deck because I love that color combo in the game, like the whole like body plus chaos, and on top of that, it just looks awesome. That color, the orange and purple, just look incredible together. Okay, now, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, guys. I'm just off on a tangent right now. Very excited about these new cards. So we have, when you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token, exhausted. Okay, hang on. Okay, let me think for a second. When you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token, exhausted. I like that. So guys, this is basically, hang on. So this is basically the Kaisa equivalent. Red-blue Kaisa, the leader, the legend, right? This is like orange-purple's Kaisa equivalent to that. Where, you know, with Kaisa, whenever you play out a spell, you can, and that has a recycle cost, you can exhaust the legend in order to compensate for that, to negate one cost, right? One recycle cost. Well, this Sivir Battle Mistress, it doesn't exactly do that, but what it does do is whenever you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token exhausted that you can use on future turns as like a cost reduction type of mechanic, a catch-up type of mechanic. Okay, that's really good. It seems very good. We'll have to see. And then it says when one or more enemy units die, ready me. Oh, geez. Okay. So, okay, I'm starting to really brainstorm with this one, guys. I'm trying to make this one work. When one or more enemy units die, ready me. So let's just give one quick example, guys. Let's just say you let's say you play out some type of effect, you know, or some type of character or gear or whatever, and you recycle a rune, and then you go ahead and exhaust this legend, this Sivir legend, and then you get a gold gear token exhausted. Then you end up doing something to take out one of your opponent's units. This gets readied, and then if you recycle another one, rest it, and you've created 2 energy tokens. So yes, while you did go backwards 2 energy tokens, next turn, when you said everything is active, you're going to get your 2 runes back for the turn, like normal, and you have these 2 extra runes to play with. And orange already has something like Catalyst, right? Okay, yeah, that is cool. This is really cool here, guys. This could be very interesting. Very curious to see where they go with this. And that's all of the cards, but I want to look at something real quick. Okay, yeah, here's Trinity Force. And that's it, I think. Yeah, so we have not seen any purple equipment yet. We've only seen red has Longsword. Green has Doran's Shield, Guardian Angel, Steric's Gauge, Svelsonger, and I think that's it. And then yellow has Blade of the Ruined King, orange has Trinity Force, and then red and purple has Spinning Axe. So we have not seen any actual just purple equipment yet other than this red-purple Spinning Axe. So we've not seen any purple or any blue, right? So red, green, orange, yellow. Yeah, so we've not seen any just purple and just blue equipment yet. Very curious to see what will happen there. Well, guys, that's all I got for you today. This is some exciting stuff here. I really want to see more of these Spiritforged cards. I'm going to refresh one more time, guys. You never know. You never know. Let's see. Okay, nothing's updated. Nothing's updated. Okay, it is what it is. Well, guys, that's all I have for you all tonight. That's all I have for you guys for now. Let me leave up that. Man, I want to leave this Kim Baroness up as like the final card on the screen just because of how incredible it looks. I don't even necessarily want to play a blue and yellow legend right now, but it just looks so good. We'll leave this on in the background as we close this out. Well, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. Hope y'all enjoyed. I will be trying to update this channel more often. I've been getting a lot of people requesting me to, like, you know, keep this channel updated on Riftbound, especially now that it's out. I'm working on it, guys. Bear with me. We're working on it. But yeah, I'm done. Hope y'all enjoyed. Guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I should have more videos out soon on Riftbound in the not so distant future, in the near future, okay? All right, hope y'all enjoyed. Till next time, peace.